Hey YouTube, this video is going to be about some fragrance community opinions that I dislike. And when I say the fragrance community, I don't just mean like YouTubers. I mean stuff I see on like Fragrantica, Reddit, YouTube comment sections, and sometimes videos. And yeah, so the first thing that I hate when people complain about the amount of sprays. The amount of times I've looked online and seen people talk about, oh, I only spray half a spray, or I only spray once. I'm like, come on. I get these two fragrances. Camera, this is a strong fragrance. 1 or 2 sprays. It's gonna be stronger, or pretty strong. Alharmane Amber Oud Tobacco Edition. This is also a very, very strong fragrance. I'd say 1 or 2 sprays. It's gonna be very strong. But I've heard people talk about, oh, even my freshies, I spray 1 or 2 sprays. 1 or 2 sprays of this, or Nautica Voyage, or any fresh fragrance. You're probably not gonna smell anything, if I'm being honest, because they just don't last that long. And I heard people say like, oh, a fragrance should be like welcomed, not announced. Like people should only smell it if they're like all up against you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Even if I spray how I see some people online saying to spray, I would not smell this at all. I've even seen people say they do like half a puff, like that's all they spray, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna do anything. You're not gonna smell that. I don't like for the fresh fragrances, like 4 to 5 sprays minimum for me to get even a whiff of the fragrance. But maybe that's just my body chemistry and my nose, but I promise you, 1 to 2 sprays, do not take that advice. You're probably not gonna smell yourself throughout the day, and other people are probably not gonna smell you. And this leads me to my other point, fragrance compliments. I don't know why people try to act like they don't enjoy compliments. I remember I saw one video, I think Curly Fragrance, I saw one of her videos, and she even brought it up. Why do you think YouTubers put in their like YouTube titles, oh, top compliment getters, top women getters? I even see like shit like panty dropper and like woman stealer and stuff like that. It like, I hate when people don't admit that like they wear fragrances for themselves and also other people, because I see hella stories of people being like, yeah, I wore this, I got bad reactions, I'm probably never gonna wear it again. And I'm like, if you're wearing it for yourself, why would a bad reaction make it to where you don't want to wear a certain fragrance anymore? Wouldn't you be wearing it for yourself? You know what I'm saying? I admit, I enjoy compliments, and I bet other people enjoy compliments too. And if you want compliments, I'm keeping it buck with you, you can't be spraying 1 to 2 times. I've gotten like about 5 compliments with this in like the last month or 2. I've had to spray 8 to 10 times. If I were to spray this 1 to 2 times, like a lot of people online claim it's too much, you're not getting a compliment. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting compliments. It's people like to feel good. You know, if someone tells you smell nice, that's gonna boost your ego a little bit, help with some self-esteem and all this stuff. But I will say, it's very rare to get like compliments from random people. I've gotten a couple from random people, but a lot of the times it's usually from people I know and stuff like that. And yeah, next fragrance opinion. I hate when people say a fragrance is overused. Like, I almost didn't buy this, Strong With You Intensely, because I was looking on Fragrantica and a bunch of people were saying this is like a TikTok fragrance. Everyone already owns this and all this stuff, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I bet you more people own Versace Pour Homme than they own this. As a whole, I know more people have fresh fragrances. People I know who like have a cologne. Most people don't even wear colognes, and if they do, I promise you, they probably are less likely to own one of these sweeter, spicier colognes than they are to own a freshie. Usually freshies are cheaper. They're more versatile most of the time. I think like less than half the population even like wears a fragrance. And if they do, I promise you, they don't have some big collection. They have 1 or 2. They probably have one of the big three: Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, and Aqua de Gel. No, let's say big four: YSL, YADP. They probably have those four. They probably don't have Camera. They probably don't have Stronger With You. They probably don't have Oh John, Spice Bomb. You know, they probably don't have those. They probably have one of those four. So don't worry about having a fragrance that's overhyped. Like people say it about Dior Sauvage. And you know, they say Dior Sauvage smells horrible. I've never, like, even with, because I don't have Dior Sauvage, but I smelt it. And I have some clones. Like I got this Club Day Nuit clone over there, and I have Salvo Intense. I promise you, these get compliments. No, it's not overused. I've never smelt something I'm wearing out in public. I say the only time I've smelt something I own in public was Versace Eros, and that was once. The next point, I never understood when people say some fragrances smell synthetic, because only fragrance I can really think of is Spice and Black Vanilla. The vanilla in this reminds me of like a vanillin type of smell, but it still smells good. I've heard a lot of people say, like, I've heard people explain or compare, like not compare, but say Hawass is synthetic. I don't really know what synthetic means, because a lot of these fragrances, like I'm assuming unless you're spending like 300, 200 plus, you're probably not getting like pure oils. Like Strong With You, I bet this has like a lot of synthetic compounds, like aroma chemicals in it. It gets compliments though. No one's gonna smell you and be like, "Oh, you smell synthetic." No, I never understood that. Maybe I'm just not experienced enough yet, if I'm being honest. And here's another thing. I hate when people act like clones have to smell the exact same as the thing they're cloning, or they're just a bad clone. Like Camera. This smells, I never smelled Angel Share, but I've heard this smells not that close to it, like 60 to 70%. People love Camera because it smells good. But why would people genuinely expect something that costs $30 to $20, sometimes $40, to smell the exact same as something that costs $200, $300, $400? Like, use some of your brain. Like, why are you expecting something that cheap to 100% mimic something that smells double, triple, quadruple the price? Because, I don't know, it just sounds dumb to me. Like, I saw a bunch of negative reviews to this. Oh, I heard it was identical to Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. It's only like 60, but like 80, 85%. It's too spicy. It's a little more spicy. Yeah, what do you expect? Tom Ford on Jump Shop was like $190 for 50 mLs. This, for 2 ounces, which is like, I don't know the exact measurement, but it's only $36 on Jump Shop. Like, why would you expect something that low in cost to be just as good, or sometimes even better than something triple, quadruple the price? Like, use some common sense. Like Assad, this smells like Dior Sauvage Elixir. I smell Dior Sauvage Elixir. This smells a lot like it. It's not the exact same. This is $19, $20 of like tax and all that. Dior Sauvage is like $180. Why in my right mind would I expect Assad to smell identical to Dior Sauvage? Like, whenever like I rate these fragrances, like I will give this like an 8 out of 10. Actually, I like it better than Dior Sauvage because the pepper and spices in Dior Sauvage are way stronger. And I don't like that to my nose. But, you know, I'm rating them on a curve because for the price, it's like an 8, 9 out of 10. See, this is the same price as Dior Sauvage and Dior Sauvage Elixir. Obviously, I would rate it lower. But for the price, it's amazing. I hate when people try to rate things on the same like scale. Like, I don't know. I don't have anything up here. Like, Spice and Black Vanilla and Spice Bomb. I think it's the clone of Spice Bomb, not Spice and Black Vanilla. Or not Spice on Extreme. But I would rate this a 9.5, like a 9.5 out of 10. Even if it's the same price as this, I'd probably rate it like an 8.5, a 9 still, because I love this scent DNA. But they smell so close. But no, I'm not. I know this is lower quality than this. This does still smell better than this. But I'm not going to be like, oh, it's 80%. Even though it's like $30, $40 less. It's only like 50, like 60, 70, 80% similar. Don't buy it. Like, why would I expect something that cheap to smell identical to something that expensive? And my next point, I see nothing wrong with clones. I get, like, I'll say, like, for example, Victorioso Victory. This smells identical to me, to Invictus Victory. I can get why people would have, like, an issue with, like, this or this. They're kind of copying the bottles and stuff like that. But if someone could do something similar or better for the same price, that should let you know that these designer and niche companies are way overpricing their products. And like this, I see nothing wrong with these. It looks nothing like Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, but it smells like it and it's way cheaper. Why? Why is Tom Ford so expensive if this can do it for a fraction of the price? I'm in college. I'm not making all this money. I promise you, if I bought the originals to everything, a clone that I own, I'd probably have half the fragrances I have. And also, I think there's a difference from like, because I think a lot of these are inspired by, because some of these I can like tell it's cloning something or like it's similar to something, but it's not straight up. So, like Camera's inspired by this. This has no booze in it whatsoever, but it has like that apple pie vibe still. But yeah, a lot of clones. Because like in my opinion, a clone would be like if someone sold some AirPods, but the AirPods were like black and they were slightly different shaped, and what's it called? Like a ripoff. Like clones, I just think a lot of clones are just inspired by it, because a lot of clones are not as close as I guess some people make them seem, but they're not as far away as people make them seem. Like Assad's really close. It's not identical, but it's really close for the same price. What else? Savon Intense, I'm not gonna lie, this smells almost identical to my nose to Sauvage EDP, but the longevity is different. I think clones let people start their fragrance collecting hobby or something like that for a cheaper price. Because I bet you if a lot of people were only buying originals, a lot of people's fragrance collections would be smaller. They'd have less variety. Like I have a lot of variety because I'm able to spend less to get the same like scent DNA. And my last point, cheap does not equal bad. And this was proved when I've done comparisons with my family members and people I know. And I'll say it's about 50-50. They choose the cheaper one smell-wise or scent-wise to the most expensive. Even though these are not clones of each other, they have really similar scent profiles. Most of my family like this one more. Out of all my freshies, I wear 9 AM Dive the most. This is my most worn freshie. You can see the biggest dent. And this one, I'll say this in Hawass. Hawass is a pretty big dent too. I got these both this year. And what else? Oh yeah, I did a comparison with this and Spice and Black Vanilla. And everyone in my family chose Spice and Black Vanilla. I was the only person who thought Spice Bomb smelled better. But they were like, they just didn't know what in Spice and Black Vanilla smelled better. But to them, it smelled better. And one more thing. This is more personal because, you know, I'm in college. I don't make a lot of money. What is like cheap? Because people call Hawass a cheapie. On Joma Shop, I paid like $55 with tax and shipping. This is almost $70. I don't know where $70 is cheap. Camera, cheap. Camera, $31 I got off of Amazon. Paid like $35 on total for shipping and all that. $36, cheap. A 3.4 liter, people even say the original Spice Bomb is cheap. The 3.4 liters like $85. I don't know where that's cheap. This cheap. When it's not on sale, it's like $40, $50, but on sale, which this goes a lot on Joma Shop especially. This is like $31. But like, what's your guys' definition of cheap? I think anything below like $40, $50 is cheap. So I don't know where Hawass, like, even some people say like, this is like not expensive. This was $90, $116 with tax. Like, I don't have money to be spending on stuff like that. Like, I don't know what people's definition of cheap is for real. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you disagree with any of my opinions, or if you have any opinions you want to add to this video. Yeah, you guys have a wonderful rest of y'all day.